is a man who is so wise, but he does not or cannot get bread. There is a man who is so strong, but he cannot defeat a weaker man whom he fights. There's a man who is so fast, but yet not swift. There's a man with understanding, but yet without riches. And there's a man with favor, but yet without skill. And God says, time and chance happens to them all. So, in your normal interpretation of life, you diagnose this by words like, I hear that brother is not living right, but he's successful. But me, I am living right. I am not successful. Father, every time the bishop calls us to pray, I am in the church interceding and praying. And I know Sister Joyce, in fact, I'm her prayer partner. When I'm praying, she's sleeping. But she's the married one. She's the one with a car. She's the one with a job. She's the healthy one. For me, I'm nursing a problem in my womb or my chest. I can't breathe at night. Yet I'm the intercessor. I'm the one who even prays for their family. But she is a success and I'm not. Yet by right, I pray more than she does. And then you judge people and say, no, this one does not qualify to sit in such a place. No, God, that man or woman does not deserve the glory that they have. Because look at me. I have fasted for 90 days. That brother, he doesn't even fast. When he closes his eyes, the spirit realm opens. It is not fair. Why should he be the one connected to this one? Why should that man be the one connected to the other one? No. This man didn't even go to school. He makes errors even in his theology. It is flawed. When he starts speaking, I can tell that the Bible calls them half-baked. The Bible tells us that love abounds in knowledge and judgment, that we might examine the things which are more excellent, that we will not have offense on the day of Christ. The balancing there is swinging on the pendulum of the knowledge and the judgments of God. The New Testament and the Old, that's the perfect balance. Cain and Abel, Jacob and Esau, Ephraim, Manasseh, first Adam, second Adam. There's a perfect balance. Even the conversation of having a balanced spirit. Why now? The balance is between the strong and the battle, the wisdom and the bread. You see, time and chance. He says it happens to them all. It happens to them all. So God tells us that the secret in this is in the realm of those two things, time and chance. But here again is the problem, that these two words are in English, but if you go in the Hebrew, they mean differently. In fact, in the Hebrew, time, in the Hebrew, the word they are used as time, in the Hebrew, it's experiences. And the word used there for chance is opportunities. So he says, in everything God has given you, he has given us two things that are constant to every man under the sun. Your experiences with God. And because of those experiences, the opportunities that will come, but firstly, the experiences. And spiritually, your experiences are windows. Your chances or opportunities are doors. windows spiritually precede doors, or should precede doors. It's for every window that is open to you spiritually that God equally opens the door of opportunity for you. You can only give what you have been able to access. And by this access, it could come either by a man who has imparted something on your life. It could come by understanding how the principles of the Spirit work. It could also come as you learn the wisdom of how to function in the seasons that God has ordained on earth. You remember the man which was at the well for 38 years. The Bible says that this man was at the well 38 years. He was sick. But every time, you underline the word there, time. Every time he wanted to fall in as the angel stirred the waters, another man went in before him. Why? Because one man knew how to time the season better than he was. And then Jesus brings the revelation that many people never understood. He comes to this man. When the angel has already started and the healing has taken place, he asks him, do you want to be made whole? Then he explains, no, you see, this is a seasonal thing. And Jesus is trying to tell the man, no, I am the author of seasons. I can change them right now. He's trying to tell them that earthly time, chronology, is not a factor when you compare it against godly timing, which is kairos. That's why he says these people's eyes cannot see and their ears are dull of hearing and their hearts cannot understand. Lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and be converted in their heart, and I should turn and I should heal them. Not may, not could, not might. He said I should heal them. So study the thing called time and chance. Primarily time. Study the word experience. You just take time and study the word experience. He fights fishermen. Unlearned. These were unlearned men. So they don't agree. They are not reconciled with the credentials of us. Their credibility is in question because these are not learned men. And the Bible says they live with this man for some short while. And then when they meet them, this is what the observers say. They saw the boldness, the wisdom by which they spoke, and they knew that these men were with Jesus. Because they were unlearned men, it was not possible to speak like learned men. They were fishermen. But something came over them by experience. And they started to speak as learned men. Acts 4:13. Now when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled, listen, and they took knowledge of them that they had been with Jesus. Something came out of these men that quite did not mark or match the fishermen they were. And the 3 years of working with him were not enough to qualify them to speak, minister in the boldness and wisdom by which they did, except that they had had an experience with a man who put or elevated who they were to the next level, that the credibilities of that world could not judge them anymore against what they learned in school.